So Hoops Communicator uses the format known as stream cache, and stream cache comes in a couple of different forms depending on your needs. So when we say depending on your needs, what that basically means is the trade-off between size and speed. So with the SC file format, you can either have what's called an SCZ file, which stands for stream cache zip. It's not an actual zip file, it's a little bit different, optimized for decompression, but we'll talk about that more in the authoring. And what that means is that the model is going to take up less data, or less size. It'll have a smaller size. However, you'll have to pay a price of decompressing that before you can view the model. Or you can use just standard SC, which is an uncompressed format, but naturally it has a larger file size, but it's quicker to load. One thing we found with small to medium-sized parts, the overhead of uncompressing isn't too bad. The way that the algorithm we're using to compress actually decompresses faster than it compresses. So in that sense, we try to make that overhead of decompression as minimal as possible, but it does exist. So that's one thing you need to keep in mind, like when customers are asking you, should I use SCZ or not? That's sort of the trade-off. If you have very large models, we advise people not to use SCZ because the overhead of decompression is definitely there. Okay, so the way you create these files, there's two ways. One is Hoops Converter, which is a native application that we ship with the product. We also have a library form of it, which we'll talk a little bit about later. But Hoops Converter is essentially a wrapper around Exchange that will use its import capabilities to create these SC files. And there's a number of command line options. We'll review those in the documentation a bit later. But for all the common things that people want to do with these files for viewing, we kind of expose that in Hoops Converter. And I would say probably 85% of customers are using Hoops Converter, just because we've basically done all the legwork of extracting all that data from the PRC and creating an SC file. And there's a lot that goes into it. Getting all the colors right and making sure all the metadata is there. That's why most people are using Converter. And for the most part, all of its features are there. And it allows you to do a lot of customizable things. Like if you don't want measurement, you can turn that off to save space. If you don't want colors or you want to force colors, we have all the options in Converter to do a lot of common operations. So the majority of customers are using Hoops Converter. And again, that's just a C++ program that utilizes Exchange. Also, one thing a lot of people are using Converter for is to generate image files or preview images of the model. So that's, you can customize the view and load different configurations and create these preview images of the file. So that's a handy thing for a Converter. The second option for making SC files is using the libsc library. And what this is a C++ library that you link into your own application to create SC files. And tomorrow we'll do a little bit of exercises along with that. But the main thought here is that if you have your own custom file format that we don't support with Exchange, you can still use our system to get your data into it. And once you author these SC files, the system doesn't care that if it came from Converter or came from the libsc. You get all of the benefits of the streaming using your own authoring. A couple things to note on the authoring library. We have Java bindings for it. So if you're using Java in your web application, you can author using Java. We also have a C wrapper for it too. So if you are using some other language that we don't support, you could write a bridge between your language and our C wrapper there.